Here we have a live game. It is TeRRoR as the green as per usual, and we have Dobbs as the pink as per his usual motif. Looking at these civilizations, we have the Inca as a civilization you don't trust, but you can trust with because they have a good stone bonus. And obviously we have TeRRoR's the Teutons, a civ that you just don't trust and you can trust with, but obviously trusting Incas not the best idea. So they're kind of on an even playing field that they do want to trust, so maybe not the end of the world. Taking a quick look at the Teuton player's map, TeRRoR, also known as John Slow. He has a mediocre, not that great main stone. He has a safe-ish, well very very safe main stone in the back. That is not a pleasant map. That is not pleasant at all. Oof. Main gold, exceptionally safe, so safe he can't even get half of it himself. Nice second gold, that's pretty safe. Nothing else in the back, but a decent back area if he does want to, you know, boom in it. He has some good options, good room to go. 4 deer, which can be quite easily pushed at that point. 1 second, my phone is just going apeshit. And aside from that, not too special, just an outside boar which might get lamed, maybe not. Dobbs doesn't usually lame, but if he does get lamed, which TeRRoR has done, he's going to be a bit crazy on that one. Nice 4 inside deer, nice and easy to push. It's such a good factor of the mental game, having easy to push inside deer. Main stone pretty atrocious, but nice one in the back. Main gold pretty okay, pretty bad I would say. Nice safe second in the back. I'm not sure where our second is, it's over here. So his gold situation, stone situation, it's mediocre at best. It's nothing great, but it's safe enough. He can do, you know, safe-ish strats like booms if he wanted to. Doesn't have to be too aggressive here. So Incas are a really difficult civ to deal with because of course they do have the Kamyuk, which doesn't come out as much as you would think in 1v1s, but is an extremely nice unit to have. They also have halberdier of course, so cavalry against for their units like Eagle Warriors, not that big of a problem. Oh, and the lame is happening after all. Oh, I feel like I've seen this game before, but this is live. This is an exact repeat of something that's happened before. What is going on here? What are these two noobs doing? At least they're not idling their TCs to make this happen. And it looks like TeRRoR has been successful in preventing himself getting lamed. That's a really nice little bit of motif he's pulled off there. 1 on berries as opposed to 4. I guess TeRROR's waypoints are just pretty bad in general, but whatever floats your goat. Incas, they have options for everything. They can counter a lot of things. Slingers are extremely important against anti-infantry civs like Teutons with their Teutonic Knights. And they don't trade too badly against hand cannoneers. They're basically, I prefer them to hand cannoneers because of the versatility of slingers. Really nice unit. Everything's looking pretty good for Dobbs because his civ is really up there as one of the top civs. He is against Teutons though. Teutons are currently ranked top 3 arena, that area. Very good civ. But I will point out we had this matchup before in a show match between Melkor and Winchester, where Melkor was Teutons and Vinch was Incas. The Incan player smushed Teutons, which sounds completely unusual, but the thing is, the only response Teutons really have to being smushed is their own monks with atonement. But they die really easily to Eagle Warriors. You don't smush Meso for the reason they have Eagle Warriors. And that makes it really difficult to counter them as Teutons when you are the only civ that doesn't have the light cav upgrade. Yeah, I'm pretty big fan of how that works out, to be honest. It's gonna be pretty difficult here. I think Incas might have a good edge over Teutons. This is one civ that Teutons might have a bit of a struggle with. Meso in general, to be honest. Well, by Incas and Aztecs because of their monks, of course. When we're talking about mines, we're not talking about mines, so it doesn't matter. Looks like TeRRoR's gonna go for some kind of fast-ish up. Why is he going to gold this early? Not got a clue. Maybe it's just a long walk in time. He would assume he has so much idle. Inca player is going for some kind of 26, 27 plus 2 apparently. Maybe he's going for a straight boom. 26, he cancelled the villager, okay. Boom by the looks of it. He has the right amount of wood, maybe one less. If he adds one to wood, then he would have an okay time with affording a monastery, and then TC's right after. Only 2 on gold indicates no eagles or no expos. Similar thing here for TeRRoR, he is going up with 27 plus 2. Tunes, maybe they could still pull off a smash if you wanted to. It would be a bit unusual, but you know, if you wanted to. Going scouts would be okay, but you can't proceed into light cav, and you need light cav to really beat the eagles. So that's going to be an odd one. But obviously, it could help to have the option to make knights if you're against any castle age options from Incas. Scouts of tunes is fine, but just without the ability to proceed into anything else when you really need that ability to be able to VS things like Meso. Completely different story. He's going to kill that deer all the way over there, but I guess that's just so he can push it. And what are we going to see here? Market Blacksmith obviously is going for a boom. Fairly standard, really. A standard idle villager. Not building a blacksmith apparently. Ooh, that hurts. Barracks, so it looks like he is going for some eagles. Okay, that's a nice move to pull against students. Students do have a decent late game to deal with the Incas, because obviously they have hand cannoneer comparable to slingers in that regard against infantry. And they do have Cavalier, which is a a way to beat Inca options like their Eagles or their Slingers without being really vulnerable like champions are to the Slingers. Or Teutonic Knights for that matter. Don't really know what we're going to see. I want to see what is really up TeRROR's sleeve here. Probably going to be a Boomfest, usual stuff where we're just going to be watching them try and chase for the relics. Speaking of which, they're looking pretty equal. That one to TeRROR, that one to Dobbs, that one to Dobbs, that one to TeRROR. That one's kind of in the middle, a bit closer to Dobbs. Either way, we're going to see how each player tries to claim their map control. 2 racks coming from Dobbs. I guess that's okay if you want to open with that many eagles, but it's just not the best, I feel. Although if you do go eagles, you're then obviously on gold, so it's nice and easy to transition into adding in monks, and then you could go for monks plus eagles. You could push from that point on. So a mini 2TC type of thing where you're pushing, it could work. Now that Dobbs is in Castle Age, Eagle Scouts will create faster. They create like 60 seconds in Feudal Age, and they take only 35, I believe, in Castle Age. In Castle Age, these do, Eagle Scouts do beat Scouts. They also beat Light Cavs by 1 hit. And of course we're not going to see Light Cav from the shooting player, so he's not really going to be able to do much against the Eagles. Is this going to be some kind of siege tower? Because I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing anything being added. He's not adding any he's not adding any siege workshop, he's not adding any TCs. He's not even adding a monastery. That's a lot of eagles, so he's going to take this map control. Is he going to send a villager forward with it to make siege workshop, or is he just going to keep... What are you doing, Dobbs? I demand an answer. TeRRoR now adding in Knight, that's going to really help him against the Eagles. 2 Knights in fact. He's on 1 TC, not 2 at the moment. He's still going to have more economy. Dobbs just sold the stone, so he's going to stay to 1 TC. Sold 200 stone, bought 100 food. Does he want the Eagle Warrior upgrade? Okay, he's going to get Eagle Warrior upgrade, and then he's going to Siege Tower in Eagles. That kind of works. Although the Knights are really going to help with that. Like, the Knights are really going to just snipe the Eagles. The Monks are also just bringing in the Relics. TeRROR's already in a better position, because it's now nearly 19 minutes, and Dobbs hasn't Siege Towered in any Eagles yet. He's still this far back. A lot of people just don't really understand you have to really be quick when you Siege Tower. One of the most fun games I've had is where I was Goths and Dobbs was Mines. And he tried to Siege Tower me. I just lined the entire inside of my wall with palisades so he couldn't hop over. One of the best show matches I've ever played in. Whole bunch of Eagle Warriors in now. 2 Monks start laying occult conversions, let the Knights take some engagements. The Scouts behind should help as well. Even if the Monks die without getting any engagement, then the Eagles should still suffer quite a bit. Yeah, 4 Knights now. Is that 5th one coming out? Not yet. 5th one coming out. Not taking the Relics, maybe you should have started sending the Monks that way earlier, but he's going to win this engagement anyway. The entire surprise is gone. He does need to send a Knight or 2 out here though, just to make sure he does take care of the Siege Tower. Obviously more are just going to keep coming in, and if Dobbs is allowed to mass, he does have +2 armor, but these are just about dead. Like 3 of these are hit away from dead, and 1 of them is half dead, so... So now what, you're massing Eagles in your opponent's base when he's just making his own Knights. Double stable now coming up, and of course TeRRoR does have a good economy for doing this. He has a lot of farms, so he's on 3 TCs as well. Dobbs of course is going to be staying 1 TC, he sold his stone. And he mined some more, so he's going to add the TC then I guess. Okay, Eagles are going to come in, they're going to find this TC, and that'll be it. Then they'll just get chased down by the Knights. Dobbs now getting forging, he kill things a little bit quicker. And I think when he sees his TC, he's gonna think he's gonna have no chance. He can maybe snipe a couple of villas here and there. Don't know why TeRROR's not taking this engagement, maybe he wants to heal too much, but he is losing a couple of villagers here and there, so it's not the best. Feels like TeRROR just doesn't want to deal with this. He also has Monks, but he's using them to heal some fairly, you know, Knights that he just doesn't need to heal, rather than getting the Relics, which might be a bit better for him at this stage. He is a bit ahead in villagers, he's lost some, but of course he is 3 TC as opposed to what's about to be 2 TC. One Eagle converted, that's a good trade. Basically you get your gold back. And hopefully the Monk makes it into the TC. Yeah, there we go. All this gets wrecked over here. Dobbs, 2nd Siege Workshop? Maybe he needs it? I don't see what he plans to really make against the Knights though. But he does have his monster out, and if he gets some Monks, that's going to be good. But all his Eagles have been cleared up. Looking at military, we're looking at 10 to 10, and that's just him massing more and more Eagles. Which died to Knights, and of course... his economy's behind. So all the Eagles cleaned up, they're not anymore in the base. Just 6 here with the Siege Tower, that's all that's remaining. Monk finally coming out, which is going to be useful. TeRROR still has his Monks creeping around. I thought. Oh, there they are. Okay, this is good. Land a couple converts, maybe. At least if he tries to take his engagement, he's probably going to win it. Oh dear me, TeRRoR. Oh, the speed of that siege tower though, that's some real on crack shit right there. But is this gate going to be held open? Yes, it is. So now Dobbs must take the engagement, otherwise he's just going to lose the fight. And hey, backing off, that makes sense. Couple of pikes, 3 pikes now, and the monk. That will definitely take away most of this army. Someone picked up a relic? Oh, it was Dobbs. TeRRoR still has free reign though to go around the rest of this map. He can of course convert his own knights back if they do get converted. And he can convert some of the spears, which might make it a lot easier on him. He has a lot of monks, maybe he wants to switch into full monks now. Not the worst idea, of course they're not going to work too well against the eagles, but you have a decent meat shield. He's still on 3 TC, his economy is 10 villagers ahead, 12, well 11 villagers now. He can definitely afford the knights at the same time. He's in a very good economy position. Dobbs now 3 TC. That's fair enough. Oh, and the light cav could have sniped the monk, but not even close. And one monk callously thrown away. Without Dobbs noticing. One really picked up there, and I think he could probably nab that one if he wanted to. The one over here, did Dobbs get that? No, TeRRoR got it. How much are you betting this villager's gonna be? This monk's gonna be sitting here for the rest of the game, though? I would bet pretty high myself. You remember that one? He hasn't remembered this one yet. Chain barring armor coming in for TeRRoR, he's going to be pretty strong. I think he could definitely snipe the monks with just the knights because of course the shooting conversion bonus is really good. Oh, he noticed. Wow. And he got Sanctity. And one sphere's got converted. Probably one of the best things he could have converted. It's really nice that he managed to convert one of the spears. Are we going to see the siege tower come back into play? Because if it does, the army can just walk right in. That is so many knights from TeRRoR though, and a scorpion added. That's helpful. What we're looking at 5 pierce armor vs 12 attacks. That's going to be 7. I mean, that's still going to be a significant amount of damage. And converts happening, mass knights should be able to clean all this up. Oh, and the siege tower got converted. Did TeRRoR misclick? What? I wasn't expecting to see that siege tower converted. Infantry just getting cleaned up though. The entire attack just getting pushed back. TeRRoR needs to like just push now. Maybe he needs to get iron casting, but right now he could just keep pushing. He has 1 mangonel, but if he adds more, maybe a ram or something, he's going to be imping soon even. He could just push back. I was not expecting to see the siege tower get converted. I always forget. Oh no, this happened before where we talked about it. You can convert it for range. I thought it was like a ram where you have to go up to it to convert it. Well, it definitely would aid as like a good meat shield for the units outside. Was that really worth researching Redemption for though? He is on 3 relics and he could have a 4th one if he chose to. He has scouted it, just. Dobbs has also scouted it, but only has 1 relic. If we get 4 relics for TeRRoR, it's going to be pretty strong. He's going to be imping definitely much faster. And with the treb, this castle is going to go down. The only way that the Inca player could really win this is if he was just about to hang imp now. This is a nice army composition from TeRRoR. He's not had to invest too much into it, he's made some of the right units and he still has them left over. And the Scorpion is going to help his army out quite a lot, but he has a lot of knights, so he could just invest into Cavalier when he hits him. And the pikes won't really stand much of a chance. Dobbs now going for the 2nd relic. I wish I could fast forward through this, but it is live unfortunately, so... Oh, what's this game spitting at me? Oh, Teuton Knights, here we go. We've seen it. We've seen all. If only he still had the siege tower they converted, he'd be able to use it for them. Oh, gotta love some TeRRoR games. This will be the last castle tonight, by the way, because I have to go to a wedding tomorrow quite early, so can't be up that late. TeRROR's not making monks anymore, apparently. Nor amassing more knights. What is he making, aside from a few Teuton knights? Is he just waiting to make tribes? Because this is going to be fun. And Imperial now. Both players adding additional castles. It's good enough if TeRRoR secures that stone, also kind of helps our gold anyway. Where is the second castle from Dobbs? Not there? Not there? Ah, there. Teuton Knights are gonna do pretty well against the Kamukes, to be honest. I think the TK should be pretty strong here. Block printing coming in, chainmail armor, 2 months, so. And we're seeing infantry upgrades coming in from Dobbs. What's with the monk upgrades? Why is TeRRoR investing into monks without making that many? Well, I guess 5's okay. He'll be able to convert some things if he has to make things to convert with, but I'm not entirely sure what those are. Maybe convert some Kamukes, convert some spears, change the tides a little bit. Oh yeah, these Kamukes are just free if he notices, and I'm gonna say notices, I really do mean notices. God, without elite they really do suck, but they are doing okay, I guess, so. Dobbs now has no army, but he does have 2 castles to produce from. Main Kamukes, but no elite Kamuk. King Fletching, does he want to go Slingers? I can see Slingers being a thing. But I don't think they're going to work too well against the Knights. Maybe he wants to just go for Arbalast. I really don't think Slingers are going to work too well with that many Knights. I'm really surprised not to see Cavalier coming in for TeRRoR though. He has a lot of Knights and Cavalier would make it worth it. As well as then you could actually make Cavalier in the future, which could be useful. Elite Teuton Knight coming in at the same time as Blast Furnace and Chemistry. So he's only 1 upgrade away from being complete. God love some Teuton Knights. Did I see crenellations? Yeah, there we go. 3 castles from TeRRoR should do the trick. He's making Teuton Knights from one, trebs from the other. Why does he want crenellations again? Sure, this castle's going to be a bit stronger, but he's not even bothering to get fletching, so. I can see Ironclad working. They still won't do too good against Kamukes though. Maybe he was considering more along the Onager line where he could just, basically if he has to take engagements with them, he could use Teuton Knights and he could just Onager everything else. I think that could work. Maybe he's going to lose his castle up front though, but he has a lot of Teuton Knights and that last upgrade they need is coming in. Illumination coming in, still only 5 monks. Not enough really. Not even adding Cavalier. He didn't even research it. He has so many cavalry with almost fully upgraded sitting right here that he could just use. Feels a bit of a waste. Here we are, we're going to see probably the mangonels converted. Oh, but because he's already invested in Bracer because of these Slingers, it's going to make things a bit more difficult. Bomber cannons coming in, castle's going to go down sure, but so are these trebs right after. Oh, that's unfortunate as well. But he's going to be able to sort that and repair it. Bring in more TKs. And I don't really see how Dobbs can fight this. He can mass army, but what the Slinger's going to do with this many cavalry, although he does still need to get Cavalier to actually make those worthwhile. Another Crown Relations castle coming in with fletching, so this is actually going to have some serious range on it. That'll let TeRRoR get in quite close and be out of the range of the Slingers. Slingers is pretty good for range, they have 8 range when they have Bracer. Dobbs still getting some infantry upgrades there, he's getting ballistic skills, conscription. Don't know what infantry he's really planning on making, but maybe he wants to add in some hubs or something just to pad out. Oh yeah, hubs. And of course they're going to protect his Slingers from cavalry. Good combination, but not quite the elite Teuton Knights we need. This is just wide open though. No +4, no Cavalier. But that's a lot of nice just to casually walk into your economy. Oh man. I don't even think TeRRoR notices this is wide open as well. Villager counts, we do have an overboom from TeRRoR, 137 villas compared to 130 for Dobbs. Teuton Knights are avoiding the... That's just such a shame to have that many knights, not research Cavalier or anything and just lose them. Decent bit of array but not really enough to equalize the economy. Inca appears to be in decent mode, but I don't think he's going to really have the castles to make Kamyuks, which is probably a key unit he needs for later game, with the Slingers behind. But the Slingers just going to murder Teuton Knights. Andros coming in, already got siege engineers. That's not good. And it looks like he managed to fully avoid it. Dobbs is housed at 180 pop, which is not where you want to be when you've got enough resources to make a lot more units. The Honor just waltz him right in, there's nothing he can do to stop him at the moment. No Ironclad for TeRRoR, but he is getting Siege Onger. I think Siege Onger is a bit excessive in the situation, but when it comes in, what the hell is Dobbs going to do? Blast Furnace to add mass hulbs, maybe? And then Slingers behind and just hope the Teuton Knights die before the hulbs die, but yeah. Bodkin Arrow now also coming in. That'll improve the Crown Relations castle down here just a little bit, but not by that much. Maybe Dobbs will have some sort of sneak attack from the side here. He is adding a lot of different military buildings there. Maybe he has plans we do not know of. But he's getting pushed pretty directly from the centre. Still no Ironclad. But Siege Onger almost in. And he's probably going to lose this one as well. But he has a lot more where that came from. So that's fine. Crown Relations castle also helping him out there. Will Dobbs GG when Siege Onger comes in, maybe? Maybe. I mean, still no Ironclad, but when SO comes in, the Slingers are just going to get one hit, really. Ram getting screwed. And yeah, there's the SO. SO plus ETK, how do you fight that? I don't really know, it happened in 1v1. Things like hand cannoneer plus a lot of cavalry could probably beat that. Oh, and there goes the Slingers, and here comes the GG call right now.
Yes.
Yep. That was quite a nice game there. Quick look at the achievements. 160 kills, 76 deaths, a good few converted, 8 there as well. A lot of those were early unit kills. Pretty late aim from both players, but you know how it goes, it's quite drawn out Castle Age. A lot more relic goal with TeRRoR, although he could have had one more relic, well 4 relics instead of 3. And Villager High is pretty similar for both players, a little bit overboomed, but they both could have used it. So while we're on that note, TeRRoR has gone offline, so we're going to look in the age category, see who is live at the moment. Now we'll see how everyone goes. We have... There is not one good person live. there are the French, but those don't count as people, let alone good people. Let's host this guy. It's still good age, I mean, to support the newer people in the community, regardless of what they're playing on.